Yo. What's up, guys? Yo, what's up, all man? What's going on? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day today. Feel like I haven't streamed in a little while. I think I streamed early last week, right? Because I got a package of cards in or something like that. I think. So yeah, it's been a little while since I have streamed. A couple of crappy weeks. Last week and this week. I'm doing good, dude. Let's see, Tuesday I had foot/toe surgery, so that was not fun because it was kind of unexpected. I knew that they were going to have to do something about it, but I didn't know that they were going to do it right there. Like, that they were just like, yep, okay, let's do it. I was like, wait, what? I thought I was going to go in, they were going to take a look at it, they were going to be like, hey, we need to do something about this, we schedule something, and then we go in later and they do the operation. They were just like, oh, we can just take care of it today. I was like, okay, I guess. And I did not know what I had signed up for because so basically they had to remove part of my big toenail. And to do that, they had to numb my toe first, right? Because they don't want to operate on, a toe that's not numb, because that would suck. But the numbing agent, like the shots to numb my toe, were horribly painful. And like, I'm used to getting shots, which kind of sucks to say, but I'm used to having injections at this point. But it felt like it just kept going. Like, they put the needle in and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then they're just like, further. And I was like, okay, less fine. And then further. And then I was like, all right, this is starting to hurt. And then further. And I was like, oh my God. I thought they were going to come out the other side. It was brutal. So, and then after that, I basically passed out. And then they did the surgery. And then I came to, and then it was all done. So, I don't know. I've never passed out before, so that was an experience. So I was basically out, and then occasionally I would open my eyes and I couldn't see anything. Like, it was just blurry and I was sweating like crazy. Yeah, it was kind of brutal, but it's over with now and everything seems to be going good. So that's good. And then the week before, I had to take my cats to the vet, and my one cat just went crazy on the vet. The vet was doing like the normal checkup and everything, and taking a look at everything that they have to look at. And then my vet, my cat, bit one of the vets and was hissing and growling and shit, and that was bad. Man, I don't know. Last couple things I've had to do have not been great. So. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, I put out a couple videos this week, kind of just like opening videos. Opening videos do kind of poorly on my channel. For some reason, people want to hear me talk about stuff, which it's such like a, in my head, it's such like a, it's weird because I don't necessarily feel like I have enough experience to talk about a lot of the things. And I'm usually late to talk about a lot of things because I really try and figure out if what I'm saying makes sense in my head, because then it might make sense about Sub Ray. Then it might make sense in your guys' head, and if I can articulate it well, then I can make it into a video. And I'm not a person who's like, that day after the thing comes out, I need to make a rant video going over the things. I have to stew on it for a while before I make a video, because I don't know. But for some reason, those videos do a lot better than your typical opening the new Japanese 151 set or whatever. And I understand it because, like, those are the videos I like to watch. But at the same time, they're more... I don't necessarily feel like I have the experience needed to talk about it. Or, like, why would anyone want to hear what I have to say about it versus, like, I don't know, anybody else? So, I need some PSA returns to come in. That's what I'm saying, because those videos always pop off. So I need a few PSA, come on. Send some returns back so that I can make some more videos, please. I would appreciate it. Yeah, it isn't about experience, it's your opinion. Sort of. I feel like, yeah, I guess with the stuff that I typically talk about, I'm never usually giving like advice or telling people stuff to buy or anything like that. So I guess like experience in that case probably matters more if you're doing that type of stuff than if you're just giving your opinion on like the CGC changes or BuyEase customer service or something like that. Like that's basically less needed, I guess. That makes sense. I get that. The last PSA sub was rough. PSA in general has been kind of rough. I've had 4 orders. Well, 2 orders have been sitting in the arrived status for over 2 weeks. 2 of my orders just got there. And then I have 1 order that's been there for about 2 months that just got into assembly, which is awesome. So it feels like, I don't know, there's just like a delay in getting stuff into the what would you say? Into the, I can't even talk. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, PSA has been kind of odd recently. But I've been sending a lot more submissions out of less cards. So where in the past I would have just sent like 100 card submission, I sent like 30 some card submissions instead and spread them out like a couple weeks at a time. And that's kind of how I've been approaching doing PSA stuff recently, instead of doing it all at once. Had a sub entered 519, went into QA2 today. That's about where one of my subs... Actually, my sub might have been a little earlier than that even. Because it's been about 2 months, but... Yeah, I've been about 30 cards a sub. 30 to 40. A couple of them are like 25 if they were like higher end cards, but... I've had a sub sitting in research and ID for ages. Yeah, I have those as well, sitting in research. Yeah, I don't know. They're just kind of chilling over there or something. I don't know what they would have been hit by or like slowed down by or anything like that, but yours went in May 1st, so shipping back to you. Well, I guess that's still about the 2-month range, so that's decent. If it sticks around the 2 months, I think that makes sense. I think PSA bulk will drop in July. Not unless one of the other companies... I mean, CGC still is apparently going to announce like a pricing something. I don't know if it'll be less or more or the same, or... I think if CGC like dramatically changes their prices, then maybe we'll see like a special or something. And also, I think for the National, doesn't PSA typically do like a special during the National? And isn't that in the next like month or two? I could be pulling that out of my ass. I know nothing about the National, but so yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know. They don't really have a reason to lower prices. So unless one of the competitors was drastically changing something, I don't think that they would have to. Maybe they'll do a special for the National. That would be cool. I have a lot of cards I would send if they had like a $10 special or a $12 special for the National. For sure. I think the New Jersey office is fully open now. I have been seeing that where people are getting, like, they're shipping to because you ship everything to California, but then some people's return shipping is coming from New Jersey or something like that, or it's going from New Jersey back to California and then back to them, or I don't know. The shipping seems to be super kind of strange for some people. So yeah, that definitely seems like a decent theory. Hope CGC drops to 10s these Marvel cards I haven't blasted. I have quite a few cards. I actually just bought a case of My Hero Academia Union Arena, so that'll be cool. It was like $37 a box, so I was like, all right, that'll be fun to open. It's like 12 boxes. We'll probably open it on live stream at some point whenever it shows up. I think it comes out on Friday, so hopefully we'll open it maybe next week or the week after, and then I'll probably send a lot of it to CGC to test out, try out their new labels and everything, and then have it available for the upcoming shows that I'm going to be at. So I think it's interesting. I don't think it's really caught on yet. There aren't a whole lot of graded cards going for very much. Some of the higher rarity cards go for like 30 to 50 bucks in like PSA 10 or whatever. But I think the cards look really good, and they're incredibly huge, like anime IPs. So who knows? Maybe it'll catch on eventually. How's it going, Poke Collectibles? Welcome. So this was one thing that was brought to my attention in the Discord from Ibex. Ibex has always given us the Japanese deets because he lives there. So this was kind of hilarious to me, I thought, a little bit. There is... Let's see, can I show this? Where does my desktop go? Uh-oh. Which desktop is that? Oh, it's this one. You think CGC will drop to 10? I don't know. Because now it's CGC and CSG. So if CGC drops, then the sports card stuff will drop. And who knows if the sports card stuff wants to drop. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I think one of the cool things about CGC was that it was the sports and them were completely separate. So like the TCG stuff was only affected by the TCG, and then the sports stuff was kind of impacted its own shit, where now I feel like the sports stuff, kind of like with PSA, might impact some of the operations of, but it you know, the way that they talked about it, it's still going to be completely separate. They're you know, the cards are just the cards, but it's separate within the cards. I don't know. So CSG's already 12. I didn't know that. I haven't graded with CSG in a long time. I only sent one card to them. It was a Tom Brady rookie card. Actually, I sent 2 Tom Brady rookie cards, and one of them got sent back, and they said it was trimmed or something. It's like, okay. I didn't trim it, so... And I had it since I was a kid. All right, here we go. So, Ibex lives over in Japan, and he sold a card recently to Bai. And this was sent to him from Bai before the order was fulfilled. So I don't know if it's an auto response or if it's just a response in general. But apparently Bai reaches out to people who buy from them and gives them this information about the service. Unprompted. Just out of the blue. So it says, on behalf of the customer residing overseas who's applied to the product purchase this time, it is Bai who will carry out the procedure. Please be assured that we will handle all domestic procedures on behalf of overseas customers. For more information, please check the Mercari guide. What is Bai? In the unlikely event that you do not wish to trade, you may apply for cancellation. In that case, please apply. After selecting a reason other than the above, please contact. I appreciate further blah, blah, blah. So what I find kind of interesting about this is, if you don't know about Japan, is there is still a bit of xenophobia in Japan. And on top of that, with a lot of probably frustrations from the Japanese population about Westerners buying a lot of the cards and cards not being easy to get over there right now, it kind of sucks that unprompted, Bai is telling people who are selling to them that basically an international buyer is going to buy this card. Feel free to cancel if you want to. It's like, and I don't know if this is a recent thing that they've been doing, but I have noticed, I feel like in the last 6 months or so, I've gotten a lot more cancellations than the last like 2 years. So I don't know if this is a recent thing where like if they buy something, they immediately reach out and say, hey, this is an international sale. If you want to cancel, go ahead. I don't know, but I have received a lot of cancellations either like the day of or the next day after buying something from Bai. And what's kind of funny to me, in my opinion, again, is that, let's see. So it's weird that like if people want to sell the card, then why would they just cancel? Like, obviously a sale is a sale, no matter if it's going overseas or not. But that just might not be how they think over there. That's very possible. But I said, where is this? Oh, it almost presupposes that you might have issues because it's an international sale, so safer to cancel, when in reality, Bai isn't going to challenge the sale anyway. So yeah, it's like, even if it's Bai essentially saying, like, you might have problems and you're selling this internationally. So if you would like to cancel, feel free to cancel. You know, we don't mind. But on top of that, like, even if they did want to cancel, it's not like, or even if there was an issue, it's not like Bai is going to cause a problem for the seller because Bai doesn't do anything on behalf of the buyer. So it's like they're kind of creating a problem where a problem doesn't exist for a buyer. I don't know. It just seemed kind of crappy to me. Just another Bai being anti-consumer via their platform, I guess. Let's see. Let's see. I feel like there was another Discord thing I saw recently that I thought was interesting. Discord in general is interesting. What's up, Shovels? How's it going? Welcome. So Bai hates buyers and eBay hates sellers. We've come full circle. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Oh, one thing that I've been doing, oh man, I got in trouble recently. So the way that I ship slabs has to change because I've had a couple of occurrences of broken slabs. So now I think I have to do a box for every slab going forward because I don't want to have to deal with stuff. I used to do for slabs lower than a certain amount, I think it was like $50, I would put it in a bubble mailer with some extra padding. But the bubble mailer with the extra padding has not been working. There's been at least like 2 slabs in the last like month or so that have shown up cracked. So, and I have these nice little boxes that I've been using, but obviously because I'm a cheap ass, I guess, when the boxes really aren't even that more expensive than the bubble mailer. So now I'm just going to be using boxes for every slab because I don't want to have to deal with it. Do a box every slab, never get them easy. Yeah, it makes sense. I thought I could get away with it for the cheap ones, but can't. I do a box with some extra padding, but I don't do a bubble mailer in a box. But yeah. So, although I will say that the buyers have been really good about them. They've reached out to me. They've said, "Hey, here's what happened." They show me pictures. a lot of them are like, I still want the card. I'll send it with my next submission. Like, how much is a reholder fee? And then I'll refund the reholder fee. And typically they're fine. So that's actually pretty cool. Nobody's gotten like really pissed at me or anything. People are pretty much good so far. But yeah, now that I'm switching it up, hopefully I don't have any issues at all going forward. I will say that this month, given that I was buying basically like Sun and Moon ultra rares and shit for the last couple months, and then this month, you know, they all came back from PSA and at like the perfect time. This month has been insane for profit, like sales and shit, like absolutely insane. Everything across the board has been selling. This month has been wild. So yeah, very happy with how everything's been going this month. Even at the store, it's been great. So even locally, it's been fantastic. Kind of crazy. At least over here in Australia, can send a large letter, but in rigid, thin cardboard box with slab bubble wrapped. Double bubble. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is about USPS, but summer normally stuff slows down, hobby strong. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the Japanese market is already... I saw the Next Gen TCG podcast. I have to say, that podcast is freaking awesome. Like, I could listen to Gem Mint talk about Pokemon for 8 hours a day. Like, if he wanted to just go live every single day for 8 hours a day while I was at work, I could listen to him talk about Pokemon for literally 8 hours a day. Like, that guy is so, like, passionate and into it and such a collector boy, and like he's so refreshing to listen to compared to, I feel like, what content has become for the last like 3 to 6 months, or like probably like 3 months. Man, that podcast is great. I like that podcast a lot. So, but yeah, it looks like a lot of the cards that really spiked up, like the ponchos and stuff, have already started coming back down again. I mean, they're still like 3 times what they were 6 months ago, but they're not, you know, they're kind of doing this sort of trajectory. So that was quite a crazy spike for a minute. Yeah, we'll see how the Japanese market, if it keeps going down or if it flattens out or what happens. Sell your wife whose wallet's hot. Negativity sucks. Yeah, it's just like it's not necessarily negativity. Maybe it's negativity. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it. I feel like everybody is, and this kind of goes to what I was saying earlier, like why do people want to listen to me talk about stuff? It's like, I feel like everybody is a expert. Everybody's an expert. And it's like, no. I wish a lot of people, like, I don't think I'm an expert. I don't think a lot of people should think that they're experts, but a lot of people think that they're experts. And I think it ends up coming out in like an arrogant kind of way. And then it kind of does, it spreads into negativity, I think, because when everybody's an expert, but they think different things, is when people start fighting over stuff. And then when people realize that like the stuff that they're fighting over is just because they're like overly connected to one thing, or it'll negatively affect their bottom line, or these types of things. It's just stuff I want to stay away from, like, at all costs. So it's called Next Gen TCG, I think. Is it the Next Gen TCG or is it just Next Gen? think it's just next gen TCG. Here we go. There you go. Hopefully that showed up. But yeah, I've really enjoyed that podcast a lot. A lot of people in the hobby seem to have found the only way to live. I think it's just an adversarial, like, people find things that work for them, but then don't realize that there's a lot of other things that work for other people. So everyone feels like they're doing something the right way instead of like the right way for them. And then when those people with the different ideas clash, it's like there's like a we're both right, but we're not willing to see that we're both right. So instead, like, they're both wrong, sort of. I don't really know how to explain it, but what's up, Lava Collectibles? How's it going? Yeah, that's Zach's podcast. Yeah, it's really good. I've been really enjoying it a lot. And I'm happy that Radar's back doing his thing. And Northwoods is putting out more Choose Your Path, which is awesome. And it looks like Jake is doing a live tonight, which is great. He's going to be hanging out with DeGreen Shiz and Oak, which is awesome. Yeah. So, I like it. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's been a lull of interesting content, but there's a lot of people that I choose not to watch. So there's a lot of content that goes up that I just don't pay attention to because it just doesn't appeal to me very much. But yeah, I'm glad that these things have come back. What's up, Scott? How's it going? What's up, Dan Azard? How have my comic shop this month? The comic shop sales has been awesome. Very good, very good. I would say this month a little bit more than the previous months. Otherwise, the previous months have been consistent. I think we've pretty much stayed at the same amount of sales every month, and then this month has gone up a bit. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I did start selling packs, which I think accounts for a little bit of it because the packs have been selling fairly decently. Everyone continues to be happy with prices, so that's good. But I will say, and I'm gonna have to go check it out, but there is a retro game store that is opening across the street from the comic shop, and apparently there is in this retro game store, or I don't think that they've had a store in the past, but they've gone to different conventions, and at the tables at their conventions they carry both comics and Pokemon cards. So I'm a little worried about that, because if that store opens and they have like a big selection of Pokemon cards and like packs and they have distribution or whatever, that could make for some a difficult path going forward. So we'll see what happens with them. They haven't opened yet, and I'm not sure when they're going to, but might have some competition brewing, which would be frustrating. You mentioned it was in a college town without... Yeah, so there's no... I mean, the closest LGS is... the closest LGS is probably like 15, 20-minute drive, so it's not too far away. It's kind of... I mean, I feel like everyone says this, where it's like, oh yeah, I have an LGS, but it's not run very well. Like, there's one LGS that is like 15, 20-minute drive. All the prices are fairly high. It's attached to a gas station. It's super cramped. You barely have room to walk in it. It's mostly sports and Yu-Gi-Oh! With some Pokemon. So like there isn't really like a big nice place. They're more like these little cramped shops that you can go into, and I mean, even the comic shop that I'm in is a little. It's a pretty small, cramped space with more than like, 4 or 5 people in it. No room to walk sounds like Japanese card shops. One nice thing about the Japanese card shops is everything in there is very low profile though. Like the shelving things are very like they're super thin against the wall. And yeah, and they go up to like the freaking ceiling. They're pretty cool, but how's it going, Nick? Competition could bring more customers in. If you're heavy on Japanese and the shop across the street is primarily English, you could get some extra foot traffic. That's true. That's true. I'm surprised by how well the Japanese has sold in the comic book shop. I didn't really think that the Japanese binder would sell very well compared to the other ones. And it's definitely not the majority of sales, but there's a lot of Japanese that sells. A lot of the stuff that I put in there just sells, just like everything else. So it's pretty awesome. Not what I expected. I kind of thought that stuff would sell a lot slower, but it all seems to sell fairly uniformly. Like, it's all pretty popular. I sell primarily Japanese, don't have too many issues. Yeah, I feel like it's a bit of a niche. Like, if this place opened up and they were like, all they sold was like sealed product or whatever. I don't really do sealed product. I mostly do singles. So if they wanted to take over like the packs and booster boxes and shit like that, I'd be like, hey, more power to you, man. I'm selling singles. But if they were primarily singles, then maybe I could carry more Japanese. They could carry more English, like you're saying. But we'll have to see when they open. I'll have to go in and see what they got going on. But yeah, my stuff is primarily Japanese. When they open, go buy them out. That was actually that actually happened to me when I put my Pokemon stuff in the in my store. The first person who came in who was interested about it asked the owner of the comic book shop how much for everything. And the comic book shop guy was like, yeah, I don't think he's looking to do that. I was like, yeah, I'm not looking to do that. I'd rather have it, sit and sell over time than sell it all at once at like a deep discount. But yeah, that was like the first thing was somebody offered to buy everything. Like, no, thanks, I'm okay. But yeah. Yeah. Has eBay, can you still only watch eBay lives on your phone? Because I think I don't watch shit on my phone. I don't know what eBay is doing. Like, I want to watch Old School Pokemon or Weedle or these other people's lives, but I'm not going to do it on my phone, eBay. It's not how I watch content. I like to have things on the second monitor. It kind of sucks because it's like, don't even make it so that I can buy anything. I just want to watch it. I just want to watch it happen. I saw something recently. I don't know if it was what's up, Landon? How's it going? I don't know if it was a recent thing or not, but I saw somebody was opening EV Heroes. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Somebody was opening EV Heroes on Whatnot, and they opened the pack, and they fan it out, and they see that it's an Umbreon, and they put the pack over to the side, and then they open the rest of the packs, and then they bring the pack back, and they had swapped it out for like a Leafeon VMAX. Did you see that? Oh my god, dude. That app is so... I'm so glad I don't spend any time on Whatnot, dude. People buying like 151 packs for like $30 a piece. Who are these people? Like, who are the people that can... who are the people that can spend $30 a pack on 151? Like, I mean, I guess if someone's breaking the box and doing it a pack at a time and like Nothing's been pulled yet. Of course, the price of the packs are going to go up a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, that's just crazy to me. And I feel like that, like, if Whatnot Breakers can buy a box of 151 at $150 a piece and sell the packs for $20 to $30 a pack, like, they're just going to keep doing that. Like, the MSRP doesn't matter to them because they're like, well, I could just sell a pack out of this for $20 a piece. There's 20 packs, right? So I'm going to sell each of these boxes at $400. I don't care if I spend $150 a box. Like, and then, yeah. But then it really comes down to, like, what percentage of buyers are buying, you know, are Whatnot buyers, and how does that actually impact the market and all that stuff. But yeah, how are 151 singles doing? I feel like it depends. I think all of, like, the higher end cards have gone up. You guys can correct me on that, but the only, like, SAR that I purchased was a Blastoise. And I got a Blastoise with 3 Squirtles and 2 Wartortle ARs for like $40 shortly after the set came out, like a couple weeks after the set came out. And then now I see lots like that going for like 60 to 80, 60, 70, 80-ish, somewhere in that range. So I feel like some of the singles have gone up. I don't really know about some of the other ones. I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to it. I bought some of the Master Ball reverses for like under $10. I was buying like the Gyarados and the Arcanine, and I bought some of the Mewtwo's for like $10 a piece. The Mewtwo ARs. The Mewtwo ARs I think have gone up to like 17, 18 the last time I looked, but again, they could have come down again. I'm not sure. But yeah, I haven't been paying too close attention. You got your Blastoise and Zard in the mail today? Just the full art Zard, gotcha. Did you see that pack, the green shiz? Weedle? That box? Holy shit. So, he had a God pack, which I think had the Venusaur line and the Charizard line. And then the full art secret from the box was the Charizard. Like, what? That was so stupid. Oh, Ray, I got something. I got something that'll give you PTSD. Look at Ray. Look at what I got out of my box. Hey, man, I'm there with you. I got the same thing out of my box. Terrible. I did pull the Pikachu AR out of that box, though, so I was fairly happy about that, but... But yeah, brutal. Weedle sent me an extra few packs. Oh, you hit the Pikachu? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, the Pikachu's a great card. You're stoked now? That's awesome. Yeah, that's an insane box. It's an insane box. But yeah, that Whatnot clip was unbelievable. I'm glad he got banned. I don't know if it's a is it a ban or is it just like a temporary ban? But why do people do that, man? And I guess it was even more, or no, maybe this was a different guy. Cause it was a Korean box, right? I think it was a Korean box. And then there was also like a bounty amount with it as well. So it would have been even more than just the cost of the card. It would have been the cost of the card plus the bounty paid out from the streamer that is set like during the stream or whatever. I don't know. But it was a whole thing, I guess. I don't know how all that spins and bounties and duck races and shit. I have no clue about any of that stuff. Anyone know how long Pokemon Center Japan takes to ship 151 boxes via Tenso? Yeah, my Bai orders, I can't speak for, I mean, I guess that would be similar, right? But yeah, it's fast. Whenever I ship something from Buyee, it's like 2 days, and it's here. Yeah, Tenso is like the parent company of Buyee, so, which is kind of weird because why wouldn't you just use Tenso? Yeah, whenever I buy something from Buyee, it pops up in my PayPal like, you paid Tenso this much. I'm like, oh, okay. It's a monopoly over there. But I spent like a few $100s on Pokemon 151 singles, and not a single one of them is gradable. So that's awesome. I mean, obviously you can grade anything, but they definitely wouldn't be 10s at PSA. And yeah, I don't know. They are bad. Like, the print lines are awful. On the reverse holos. I bought a bunch of reverse holos, and I bought some holos. And the Master Balls I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen those yet. I've only seen the regular reverses. And the regular reverses, I mean, I have cards that look like they have like a Call of Duty crosshair on them because they have a print line that goes vertical and a print line that goes horizontal, and there's like a Call of Duty fucking crosshair on the card, like perfectly, that you can see. That is like, and that's like most cards have at least one print line. So Master Balls have the best quality in the set. I'm hoping so. I bought a bunch of the let me see, I don't want to spoil too much, but I bought a bunch of them actually. I tried to get a bunch of them that went under $10 because are the more popular Pokemon. And some of them I got in like lots that were decent deals. I went on a Charizard purchasing bender recently. That might be a bad idea. Gyarados, Snorlax, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Gyarados, Kadabra, Ivysaur, Lapras, Magmar, Dragonair, Gyarados, Articuno. Yeah, I've got Nidoking. There's quite a few of them. But wonder how PSA will judge those print lines. I'm going to send one or two into CGC with my next submission and see, because I think in the past CGC doesn't care so much about print lines. I don't know about PSA, but I have some 151 cards that I want to send into PSA obviously too, so yeah. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, I went on a Charizard buying spree. How much did I bought 13 Charizards, 10 of the V-Star SAR. Because I'm an idiot. I just woke up one day and was like, you know what? I want to buy a bunch of these. So I set a buy price, and then I went through and bought a bunch of them. And a few of them have been canceled, but I also bought a bunch of the Lugia V-Star Rainbows and the Lugia V-Star Golds and the Mewtwo V-Star SAR, but that's what I bought recently. What have you guys been buying recently? Well, here's a question, because how's it going, Timmy? Welcome. Precious collector boxes? No way. Really? Aren't those like expensive? Like $400 a piece? Maybe they've gone. I feel like they were around there, weren't they? I feel like those are expensive. I could be wrong. A lot of the same. Sun and Moon. Full art trainers. You're buying full art trainers in this market? And Sun and Moon in this market? I mean, I guess. I have seen a lot of the Sun and Moon full arts that I was buying before are kind of still around the range that I was buying them for before. I feel like there's a part of me that feels like the singles haven't really been affected. I can't say that. I feel like there's some singles that haven't been affected, but the Chinese market is buying out the PSA 10s of those singles. So it's like I could buy I could buy like a full art Sun and Moon for $15, get it graded. If it hits a 10, sell it for 80 to 100, and then do the same thing again, and then do the same thing again. And it's like they want the PSA 10s, they don't want the other shit, the singles, like the raw. I don't know if they're buying raw cards. Maybe high-end raw cards. Not sure. I don't sell raw cards. I only sell. Well, that's not true, but I locally sell raw cards. How far does 151 boxes come down when restocks occur? I have no idea. I have one coming from Japan, and that's probably the last one that I'll buy. That's probably the last one I'll buy. You bought, How expensive is that? Because I saw, I keep seeing Steven opening Chinese cards, and because he bought some of the Lily boxes, but I feel like the Lily boxes were like $300-400 as well. Yeah, like $400. Damn. You guys got a lot more money to throw around than I do. €5 a holo. I hope they're good condition, man. That would be pretty sick. What's up, Walrus? I'm still buying Battle Styles. Yeah. I have stuff sitting around that's just like a lot of money that I wish I felt comfortable just like offloading all at once. Still don't know what to do about those. I still don't know what to do about those. I've at least separated them. So these all I think are heavy packs, which is a lot actually. That's like 9 packs. It's like 9 packs that I think are heavy. And then these all are lighter on the light packs. That's like 16 packs. So I'll probably send some more of these to PSA eventually. And then I think there's like 5 rocket packs that I think are heavies, which leaves like 4 or 5 that, maybe 4 that are lights. I don't know. Thinking about just opening them. I think I'm just gonna open all the. I've honestly thought about grading. Actually, I'm not sure with the rocket. I'm not sure with the rocket stuff because, man, people have gotten into my head about the Team Rocket Returns packs. People have gotten into my head where they're like, "Oh well, the gold stars can actually show up in the light packs," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, no, they can't. You're lying. Gold stars can't show up in the light packs. You're freaking lying." Anyone else need to list a bunch of raw cards sub 20? If you're gonna do anything, Brandon, yeah. Well, I'm for sure opening my my heaviest Team Rocket Returns pack. I'm gonna be opening at Collecticon. That's one thing that I want to open at Collecticon is my heaviest Team Rocket Returns pack. I think that will be fun. But otherwise, I don't know what to do with them. So I guess I could just sell them as lights, right? I could just say like probably light and sell them that way and bring some like raw light packs, because I imagine some other people would want to like grade them for for their collections and things, but much better to move there. Yeah, well, I feel like there'd probably be some Whatnot people that would be interested in that type of stuff, but they'd probably be more interested in the heavies, I would assume. I just hate selling packs on eBay. Yeah, I don't want to sell packs on eBay. Not unless I grade them. And even I graded it, and the dude, I don't know if he watches the videos. If he does, honestly, I don't care at this point. Okay, I honestly don't care at this point if you watch the videos. This dude bought one of the graded Team Rocket Returns back, the Mewtwo artwork, and then got pissed at me because of the air holes on the back of the pack that keep it so that the packs don't explode when they're being sealed. But he didn't know that those are on like every single freaking pack, so he thought that I sent him packs that were like damaged in some way. And then later he came back and was like, "Hey, I want to buy another pack, but because of the holes on the back, I'll pay $200 less." And I'm just like, "Get out of here, dude." Like, dude should not have been spending like $750 on a graded pack if he didn't even know that there are holes on the back of literally every pack to make sure that they don't explode during manufacturing. Like, come on. How's it going, Oak? Yeah. I'll pay you $150 less for the holes in the pack? No. Pack rating is so weird. I just wish it was easier, like, to know why. I wish it was easier to know why things got what they got, but Oak is trolling. He only sells code cards. Speaking of code cards, I have a shitload of code cards just chilling. I don't do anything with them. We had this was hilarious. I kind of wanted to die inside. We had a work meeting, and there was a lady during the work meeting that kept bringing up that her previous job was working for a like investor guy, a very successful investor guy, and she kept saying that in the next 3 days, we need to invest anything that we can into some particular AI company and like Bitcoin or something like that. During a work meeting, we're talking about work shit. She's like, guys, even if you have $100, invest it into this AI company, invest it into Bitcoin, because in the next few days, it's going to be crazy. It's like, God damn. I hope I didn't witness some like insider trading shit, but everyone was just like, can you please stop? Like, can we move on, please? I don't do none of that. We need pack subgrades. I think personally, you should just be able to authenticate a pack. That's what I would want. Just like a card, just let me authenticate it. You slab it and authenticate it and just put authentic on the label. That's all I want. I don't even want you to grade it. I don't care if you give me a 7. I don't care if you give me a 10. I don't care. I don't care. Just authentic. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't want the number. It's stupid. Nobody knows what it means. Nobody can tell an 8 from a 10. Nobody has any idea. Just give me authentic and let me sell it to somebody as authentic. That's all I'm grading them for in the first place. Not for a grade, for authentic. That's it. Yeah, I don't know. If CGC were to start grading packs, that's what I wish that they would do. Is they would just say authentic. Like, they wouldn't give it a grade. It would just be, this pack is authentic. Boom. That's it. Out the door. Ship it. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh, I have no doubt that AI that AI is the future of a lot of things, and that investing early on, probably a decent idea. I'm just not, privy to a lot of that information and knowledge about investing in the stock market and stuff like that. So I max out my 401k. But yeah. She's deep down the YouTube rabbit hole. She was also complaining because the Barbie movie was coming out, but the Barbie movie was, there's music in the Barbie movie from Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, and she didn't think that was very appropriate for the Barbie movie. It's like, all right. Like, I'm staying so far away from this conversation. It's not even like, yep. I don't care. I want to see that movie Oppenheimer. That looks good. Anything Christopher Nolan makes, I will watch. Doesn't matter what it is. Christopher Nolan could make a documentary about, I don't know, some sort of bug that nobody knows about, and I would watch it because it would somehow be good. But yeah. How's it going, Jesse? Yeah, I have a growing submission of a whole bunch of different things. Like I kind of want to see if the scale, if I can tell if there's a change in the scale at all. You wouldn't be able to with the small sample size that I'm going to be sending, but I have a whole slew of different stuff. So I'll have like modern Japanese, vintage WotC, Weiss Schwarz, Union Arena, some old Nintendo stuff, some like I'm gonna send like just a smattering of shit to CGC just to see, like, I'm gonna send them like a mid-era Japanese that has a scratch on the back. I'm gonna send them modern Japanese that has print lines on it. I'm gonna send them rough cut, character rares. I'm gonna send like the whole gamut of shit just to experiment and try it out and see what happens. Yo, thanks for the sub, Timmy Investor. But yeah. Just saw someone selling a ton of blisters and 3-pack blisters on Craigslist for only $400 when it's worth $1,000 online, according to them. Oh, I like that too. The USD to yen is looking very nice for my buy purchases. Oh, it's been that way for a long time now. The yen got destroyed and hasn't really recovered all too well yet. So I'm also glad that Buyee got rid of. There was one fee that they got rid of that makes buying from them. Maybe they decreased the amount of the fee. Maybe it used to be 500 yen, now it's 300 yen or something like that. They did something that. Oh, and combining your order now is free, which is sick. So they've reduced a lot of the fees for buying on Buyee. So they do some nice things every once in a while. Every once in a while, Every once in a while they have a W. How's it going, Taco? What's up? I do have some 9.5s that I'll be sending in for Reholder. I'm actually excited about some of them. Let me show you. Oh, do I have them over here? Oh, right here. Wait, is this? Yeah. Oh. All right. Here's some cards I'm going to be sending for Reholder at the CGC. So this is a Union Arena Gone Freaks Hunter x Hunter Pristine 10. So I'll be able to check out the Pristine label, which is cool. I have a Killua Zoldyck 9.5. That'll become a 10. I also have a Gojo. That'll become a 10, which is pretty sick. And then I have some old Marvel cards that are 9.5s. A Web Slinger Spider-Man card and a Captain America that also has Spider-Man on it, which is cool. Those will both become 10s. Pretty sick. And then this card, ooh, I'm excited about. I'm actually excited about all these cards, but this one in particular, I've been hanging on to this one for a while. Get my face out of there. So the Play Promo Mew, that one will become a 10. Very excited about that. What's up, Comet? How's it going? Very cool. Love this card. Beautiful Mew. Yeah, that one's been in the personal collection for a while. Don't want to sell that one yet. And then I took these down off of eBay. I actually had a seller reach out, or someone who bought something from me reached out and was like, "Hey, did you take down this Typhlosion 9.5?" And I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Can I buy it?" I was like, "No." I'm gonna regrade it. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do." But yeah, we have a Typhlosion. This is the incorrect damage Typhlosion in a 9.5. That'll become a 10. And then we have a Fossil Gengar. Very cool. And then this one's really cool. So this is the Moltres Quick Starter gift set in a 9.5. That'll become a 10. I had the Zapdos in a 9.5 as well, but that one sold. But yeah, so we've got some cool stuff that's gonna get reholdered. Should be sick. No one's talked about it. Gave it 5 minutes and was done. Figured good information would trickle out. It has not. Wait, from where? Did anyone actually listen to the CGC interview? Which one? Which interview? I saw the one. I don't understand the idea of like putting a like a asterisk or a parenthesis or anything around like the reholdered 10s. I don't quite understand that. I think they've been very clear that like the grade is Gem Mint, and that they're just changing Gem Mint to be 10 instead of 9.5. So I don't know why they would designate a difference, or like that a card was reholdered. But I don't know. I didn't see that one. I only saw the interview after they announced, and they had like the kind of Q&A session with the people on Instagram. I saw that one. And then yeah. Apparently PK is going to be talking to Nat Turner, the PSA guy, I think, at some point. I thought that was supposed to happen today, and then somebody said it was rescheduled or something. I don't know if I'll watch it, but I guess if I hear that it's interesting or that he gives some interesting information, then maybe I'll watch it, but I won't go out of my way until I hear about how it went. Say that much. But yeah, I'm really excited for the Mew with the... There are some cards that I got coming in that would look really good with the gold and black label. I'm starting to think about like which cards would look really good with the gold and black label. I think most cards will look really good in the gold and black label. I'm just excited to see it. I'm excited to check it out, see what it looks like. But let's see what else. I'll probably only go until about 9:30 tonight because I know that Jake and Greeny and Oak are doing their stream at 9:30, I believe. Is that right? Pokenomics. Everyone does stream so late at night that I have to watch them the next day. Yeah, 9:30. So yeah. Oh. But yeah. Does anyone know? So obviously we have the Pokemon signature market where obviously the thing that increases the value on Pokemon, like the signatures that increase the value of Pokemon cards, is typically the artist. I don't think that there are a lot of like Pikachu cards with Natacheni or the original Ash. Shit, what is her name? Can't think of her name right now. I don't think that those cards typically go for like a premium, right? But how does anyone know how it works with anime cards? So like if I have a Veronica Taylor, that's right. If I have like a Izuku Midoriya and I get it autographed by either the Japanese or English voice actor, is there a difference with like anime cards like that versus Pokemon stuff? Or is that stuff really not sought? Like, is there not really a market for that? Because I have some anime cards, like some My Hero stuff. A lot of the My Hero voice actors are going to be here next month at a convention. If it's voiceover, they do get a premium. Here's what I was thinking. I got to get a card to show you, but I feel like it would look super sick. It'd be like the ultimate. I think it'd be like the ultimate My Hero card. So, well, to be honest, I'm not really sure if these are autographs or not. I'd have to look this up. But I was thinking about so I have this card that has Bakugo and Midoriya on it. Put my face behind it. And I was thinking because the English voice actors are going to be here next month. I was thinking about getting Bakugo and Midoriya autographs on this card. With, I think, I'm not 100% sure if these are they're not signatures, but they might be the names of the characters, honestly. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I have some of this card in PSA 10. But I think it would be really cool to get the voice actor signatures on there. But I'm not sure. We'll see. I would just crack it probably and then send it to PSA again. But yeah, I'm not sure it would matter. I wouldn't necessarily be doing it for the money, but I also wouldn't want to like detract from the value of the card, even though it's only like $100 card probably in a 10. I just think it's cool. I also have a case of the Union Arena My Hero coming in. It comes out tomorrow, so whenever it comes in from, I think I bought it from Nin Nin Games. So that's gonna be cool. 12 boxes of that. That'll be awesome. Yeah. Some Marvel signatures go crazy. Yeah, I should have sent some when they had Todd McFarlane. I should have gotten probably 1 or 2 signatures because I had, at the time that Todd McFarlane was doing his signing, I had like the Venom rookie card and stuff like that he drew. I definitely should have sent those cards in because that would have been like a freaking no-brainer. But the signatures were like $250 a piece or $200 a piece or something like that. It was expensive for the signature. But I'm sure there's some Marvel fans that would have really enjoyed that. Probably should have done it. There was a cool like different label on them and stuff like that too, but is it weird that I would pay less for that? No, I don't think it is. That's why I was curious though, because if I felt like someone was trying to sell a card with those signatures on it for like astronomically more than what the card is worth, I wouldn't buy it either. But I don't know if there's other people out there who are crazy enough to buy it. But I would say that for Pokemon stuff too. Like, for me, a Rita's signature doesn't add, $500 or whatever to the worth of the card. Like, it just doesn't. it's cool. And if I ever got one in a collection or something, I would probably keep it because I think they're neat. But I would never spend a premium for the autographs on even Pokemon cards. But yeah. Yeah, Pokemon people want the artists. Yeah, true. True. I like the tag cards too. They look really good. The Union Arena cards look awesome as well. So I'm excited to get a case because I should get one of like the really, not really expensive, but one of the really rare ones because I think Union Arena, just like Weiss, has case hits. So I'm pretty, and I got them for like $37 a box. I was like, oh, this will be fun to open. Like, I might as well. I like My Hero. It's probably one of the better seasons so far. The most recent season, so. I remember long ago when a signed card was considered damaged and would go cheap. Yeah. I don't know. Well, because isn't that the whole thing that started that drama with like Gary and Caribou and stuff? Was like Gary mentioned on a podcast that he wouldn't want Arita to sign like his PSA 10 Charizard or whatever because it would probably decrease the value of the card. And it's like that whole thing from like 2 years ago. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see that definitely being a thing. Like, but yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, don't you bite me. We don't bite in this house. I'll bite you back. I kind of get signed Pokemon though. It's just that MHA card getting signed would be like Gold Stamp Weiss card getting signed. I kind of think that would be cool though, wouldn't it? Like if you... Wouldn't it be cool to get like both voice actors on one card? Like you get the Japanese like gold signature version of the Japanese voice actor, and then you get it signed by the English voice actor, because then it's like both people who portrayed the character. I feel like that's kind of a neat little thing. I don't know how much I would spend for more of it, but I probably wouldn't spend a premium for it, but I think it would be kind of an interesting thing. I need a cat cam next stream. My cat is just... My one cat is just lazy. She's just lazy. I have a comic book somewhere that's signed by Mulder and Scully from the X-Files. It's an X-Files comic that has both of them on it and signed by Mulder and Scully. I went to a garage sale once and there was a whole ton of X-Files like signed memorabilia. And I guess this couple's like kid... No, this couple's son, I think, worked on the set of the TV show for the X-Files as like, I don't know, some sort of boom operator or some sort of thing like that. And he got a bunch of memorabilia signed by the cast and they were selling it during a garage sale. So I picked up like all the comics and different stuff. My mom would love that. I don't even know where it is. I honestly have no idea where it even is. It's probably in my parents' attic or something. I don't think it's in my... I have a stack of comics over there, but I don't think it's over there. I think it's in my attic, or my parents' attic. People will buy my Korean Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Anything is possible. True. True. I kind of want to bring a lot of Union Arena to Collecticon, because I don't feel like... and maybe you guys can tell me, because I haven't been to Collecticon this year, but have you seen any Union Arena at any of the Collecticons this year? I feel like bringing some of that stuff would be fun to like have people see it and ask questions about it, and because I don't feel like it's on very many people's radar. But I think at one point I was searching for Hunter x Hunter trading cards, and then Union Arena popped up, and I was like, oh shit, what is this? And I thought it was fake at first. I thought it was like, you know, the Chinese cards that like don't have the actual licensing to do cards, so I thought they were fake. And then I looked into it and I was like, oh, they're like holding tournaments and shit in Japan. Like it seems pretty big over there. So then I was like, oh, maybe I'll buy a box. And then I opened a box and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty sick. So we'll see how the My Hero stuff does. Yeah, yeah, that's what I held up earlier. The Gon and the Killua. Those are My Hero or Union Arena. Stick to what sells. You'd be surprised how much people only care about Modern. CAC is a small audience compared to eBay. Yeah, I have an event the month before that event. So I have the local Comic-Con here before the next month is Collecticon. So I'll be selling a lot of... I'm going to try and move through a lot of my raw cards during that event and then just bring a lot of slabs to Collecticon. I know that raw can do well at Collecticon too, so I'll probably bring like a binder or two, but I'm going to try and stick to slabs, I think, at Collecticon and see what happens. So probably bring some packs. Maybe bring the ponchos, depending on what the prices are like. Raws are good. Yeah, the problem with most of my raw cards are that they're all binder cards. So, like, if people are looking for raw cards to grade, that's not really the raw cards that I have. The raw cards I have are literally like shit that I wouldn't send to PSA. Am I buying 151 UPCs? I think I have 4 pre-ordered right now. Pretty sure. 3 with Target and 1 for Best Buy. I probably won't buy any more than that. How do you feel the metal Mew would do? Which one's the metal card again? Is it the gold Mew? I think that's right? What's up, STP? CGC hung up on me on the phone when I said I was unsatisfied. It's kind of funny. Didn't you say that you just called in because you disagreed with a grade? I don't think I would ever call them on the phone if I was like, oh, this got an 8.5? What the hell? I'd be like, well, that got an 8.5. Moving on. Or I would crack it and maybe regrade it with a different company or something, but I don't think I would ever call customer service and be like, I disagree. Because I'd be calling a lot if I did that. But did anyone grade the Arceus metal cards? I don't quite understand people saying that this Pokemon 151 box is just like the Charizard box. I think there's enough differences between the two boxes that I'm not quite sure why people are saying that it's like the same thing, that the same thing is gonna happen. It's pretty different. Like the Charizard box had a whole bunch of different Sword and Shield packs in it. This is specifically for one set. This has a metal card in it, which is gonna be pretty sought after. I mean, it's a Mew gold card, which is pretty sick. And it has the cool promo, multiple cool promos. I don't think it's like incredibly different, but I don't know. Like there's enough differences that I wouldn't just equate the two and say that it's gonna be exactly the same. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a lot of people's like I don't think that'd be a lot of people's. I don't know. I can't think now. But I mean, I didn't grade any of the Arceus cards. I didn't even buy that box because I thought the metal cards were boring, because they were just reprints, or they were reprints of other cards that had come out in previous sets onto STP. I don't know what you want me to do, man. I'm not CGC customer service. I can't fix this for you. I don't have a direct line. I mean, you can continue to complain, but like, I can't fix anything for you. I don't know what you want me to do about that situation. But I mean, that sucks if they hung up on you, but it's not something that I would have done. personally. But yeah. But yeah, I do have 4 151 UPCs pre-ordered. I don't know if I'll buy any more. I don't think I'll buy any more. 4 is like a case, right? So I got 1 from one company, 3 from another company. I'll probably hang out with that. I think for the Charizard ones, I think about 5 of the Charizard ones, and obviously we all know how the Charizard ones went. So yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, I saw something recently. We still got 15 minutes. I'm trying to draw this out. I'm trying to give you guys content all the way up until Jake starts with the boys. So let's oh, I saw something recently. It was in Discord. It was an Instagram post that somebody shared. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I probably won't be able to find it. But man, it was somebody making a lot of assumptions of how they think things are going to grade now. It was a very interesting thing that someone was like, "Oh, I fully agreed with this." And it's like, "Oh man, why?" Like, I would never listen to this guy ever again. He doesn't seem like he's ever graded with anybody. And he has these takes. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it, unfortunately. I should really save these things when I see them in Discord so I can talk about them on live stream. But hey, that makes sense, man. That's probably working out for you then. The Game Boy games. Yeah, the Arceus cards were just kind of meh for that box. It would have been cool if they did really any of the other Arceus cards that came out in Brilliant Stars. They could have done the full art with like the pink background. That's a really cool looking card. If they did that metal, that would have been interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Or they could have just done a unique card, but yeah. Feel like everyone seeing how your graded cards that missed the mark, so yeah, I think it feels like it's gonna be very similar to Beckett, where it's like everything under a certain grade probably isn't gonna sell very well unless it's like a really high-end card. So, but I've already kind of been operating with CGC like that anyway, where if I know that it's not going to get a PSA 10, I'll send it to CGC. If it's a card that like in an 8 will still sell for like $100 or something like that. Like, I'm not sending low value cards typically to CGC unless I think they can hit like a 9.5, 10, pristine perfect or whatever. And I'll probably just continue to operate that way. But yeah, with PSA, they basically get everything that I think is going to get a PSA 10. Unless I need to flip it like quick. Or I have doubles and I want to try for like I guess what now would be like a pristine label. It does kind of suck that the perfect is now kind of a, it's a thing of the past. It's not really anything that you're shooting for anymore. But I guess you'd now just be shooting for the pristine. But it also seems like the pristine is probably going to be quite a lot easier than the perfect was to actually achieve. Because pristine 10s weren't too incredibly hard to get prior to that. They were obviously harder than like a PSA 10, but still, yeah. It'll all be very interesting in a month. To look through sales and get stuff graded and figure out what's changed, what hasn't, what sells and what doesn't. It at least is going to like liven things up a little bit. How's it going, Jack? What's up? I think a remake of Pokemon Sun and Moon would be good. If you like Pokemon Sun and Moon, yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of Pokemon Sun and Moon, but I mean, I guess they've kind of been going in order with their remakes, right? They did like Diamond Pearl. So I would assume, like, I don't know, what's after that? Like a Black and White remake or something like that. Yeah, Black and White remakes would probably be next if they were gonna do something, or maybe they'll do Let's Go Johto. That would be awesome. I would play the shit out of that. Let's Go Johto would be cool. Yeah. I thought Pokemon Sun and Moon was really interesting. They tried something new with some of the stuff that they were doing, but my god, it probably has one of the worst intros. Actually, I don't know. All the Pokemon games have shitty intros after a certain point. Like at some point, for some reason, they were like, "You've never played a Pokemon game before. Let me take 3 hours to teach you how to play a Pokemon game again." It's like, no, I've played Pokemon since I was 7. I know how to play the game. Like, let me skip all this. I know how to catch a Pokemon. I know how these games work. Get me to the first gym. I know what I'm doing. But no, it's like, oh yes, here's our 2 to 3 hour, yeah. But I like the whole island feel. I like that it was, they changed up to gyms. I thought that was kind of unique and interesting to fit more the feel of the place. But yeah, the intro was brutal. But yeah, Scarlet and Violet was also brutal. True. Like, I think it was like 4 hours before you get set loose into the world. It's like 4 hours. I think it took me like 3 or 4 hours before they're like, okay, now you can start playing game. Like, oh, thanks. Fantastic. But even, I felt like Sword and Shield wasn't too bad. I think I remember getting into Sword and Shield pretty quickly. But then, yeah, I don't know. Pokemon games, I feel like just... Can I see your best Pokemon card? Right there. I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by best. Most expensive? Right there. That one. Right there. That's my most expensive Pokemon card. Sun and Moon were a favorite of the new ones. I finished them top to bottom. Sun and Moon were fun. Sun and Moon were fun. Yeah, I feel like I'm becoming less and less in tune with how people feel about the Pokemon games. Because like I think about Sword and Shield and I think, yeah, they were fine. Like they added some cool new Pokemon, which were interesting. The games were overall okay. But even the newest game, I couldn't even get past like the first gym. I get to the first gym and I just get bored. But I don't know if like kids are like, oh man, that's like the best Pokemon game ever. I don't know what the general sentiment is. I look at all the new Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet and I think like, that's boring. Like most of the new Pokemon to me don't look very good. Most of them. There are some that look decent, but a lot of the new Pokemon are just not interesting to me. I think there was a lot cooler, more interesting looking Pokemon in Sword and Shield. But yeah, these new games, I'm just like, who does this appeal to? Like, do people actually like this game, or do people feel kind of like I did? You play Pokemon or other games like Mario? In the past, I've played just about everything. But recently I've been playing through, I haven't played in a while because I keep having shit come up during my weeks, but recently I've been playing through a challenge run of Pokemon Soul Heart Gold. That's been fun. Mario Wonder looks cool, yeah. That looks really fun. Super Mario Odyssey is probably still my favorite game on the Switch. That game is super good. I want to play the new Final Fantasy 16. That looks really cool too. Very excited about that. X and Y is actually your favorite games. Just because I'm like a Kanto, bro. X and Y was awesome because they gave you friggin' Charmander in like the first 2 hours of the game. I'm like, oh good, I don't have to play with this shitty chestnut Pokemon anymore. I can play with the Charizard. Hell yeah, let's go, brother. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Odyssey's great. Odyssey is great. I think the only Pokemon games I haven't beat are Black and White 2 and the newest one, Scarlet and Violet. Black and White 2 and Scarlet and Violet, I think, are the two Pokemon games that I haven't beat any Gen 4. Wait, no, that's not true. I played through Platinum. So technically, I haven't played through Diamond or Pearl alone, but I played through Platinum. I know that that's different, but yeah. But yeah. Um Otherwise I played through all the games up till that point. But yeah. Yeah. I need to get a PlayStation 5. What time is it? It is almost 9:30. I need to get a PlayStation 5. I saw one at the store the other day, but it wasn't the disc version. I want to get the disc version with God of War. That's what I want to get. Because I want to play God of War, but I also want to play everything else. There's so many games out right now that I haven't played that I would love to play. In the UK, it's 2:25. Damn. That is late. What is that? 5-hour difference? Yeah. Yeah, I played the first one on the PlayStation 4, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. So when the second one came out and I didn't play it, I felt really weird. Because it's like, this is like my favorite game of all time. Why am I not playing the sequel? But yeah, there was a long time there that I did not care about playing video games, like, at all. I just didn't play them. I streamed nearly every day for 5 years on Twitch playing video games. And then at some point I quit because I was like, this isn't going anywhere. I'm done. I quit. I'm not having fun with it. And then I didn't play video games for like a year. So there's like an entire year's backlog worth of video games that I've never played. And I played like every video game up until that point because I used to stream on Twitch all the time. So, yeah. But, yeah. All right, guys. God of War and Horizon came bundled with PS4 and they got me back into gaming. Yeah, God of War was so good. There's so many good games coming out and that have come out. I want to play them, but just can't find the time. If I picked up gaming as a hobby again, I would get nothing done. It would be work, side business, gaming, sleeping, and then I'd have to figure out how to eat and take care of myself in there. Um and it just wouldn't get done. But I got a lot going on. Yeah, hobby takes a lot of time. Hobby takes a lot of time for sure. For sure. Work and hobby. You forget sometimes that you actually take time to wind down too. Like, you could work all day, but it's important that you have a couple hours where you're just like watching anime or whatever, and you're just chilling on the couch, and you don't have to worry about shit. Oh, I've been watching Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss. Fantastic so far. I have watched it once before. I haven't watched the movie or season 2. So far, that anime is very good. There's so much good anime out right now. So much good. Tomorrow, I think the first episode of The Witcher already came out. I'm excited about that. It's the last season of The Witcher. It's the last season I'm gonna watch of The Witcher. I've enjoyed it up until this point so far. It's kind of corny, but I have watched Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's fantastic. Yep, I just finished that season a couple weeks ago. Great stuff. Just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, it's very hard that Pokemon actually makes money. True. It makes you want to invest more time and money into it because you know that you're going to be getting something out of it at the end of the day. Definitely. Which game is better, Sword or Smash Bros? Do you have friends? Because if you have friends, Smash Bros. If you don't, maybe Sword. I didn't necessarily like Sword and Shield all that much, but I'm old, so I like the original games where you're a sprite about yay big of like 10 pixels running around and doing shit. I like those games. So yeah. But yeah. I give Yoshi vibes. Yoshi like the dinosaur? like the dinosaur, or is this a different character? In Smash Bros? Oh. In the newest Smash Bros, I play, because I'm awful, I play Little Mac because I'm terrible. Because I literally like to just sprint left and right and punch people. I just sprint and punch, and then if I get knocked off the stage, I'm just dead because I don't have a recover. um, yeah, I'm like a super annoying Little Mac player. I'm trying to think. Earlier, I played a lot of Kirby back in the day. I played a lot of Pikachu back in the day on like the N64. I think I was mostly like a Kirby main. Sometimes I would play Pikachu on the N64. And then I like to play Ike on whatever ones because I like that he hit hard. But, all right, guys. Has he started yet? If he started, actually, I can just send you over there anyway. It doesn't look like he started, but what we will do is you guys should go and watch this. If you like Pokemon content, everyone be nice when you go over there. How's it going, Jeff, by the way? Welcome. Pokenomics is talking with the Green Shiz and Professor Oak. Fantastic people, all three of them. Great homies of the channel. Great content creators, interesting minds. Should be a very fun conversation. Definitely head on over and check out those guys. And make sure to hit a like when you're over there. Make sure to hit a like on my video. And I'm going to end. But I appreciate you guys being here. And hopefully we'll see you on the next stream. All right? Later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a good one.